Okay, konnichiwa, good afternoon. Welcome to Australia's Eva match briefing ahead of the quarter-final against England, here tomorrow in Oita. To my left, Australia captain Michael Hooper. To his right is Rory Arnold, and to his right, Nathan Gray, assistant coach. Usual protocol, please raise your hand and wait for the microphone for the interpretation. Japanese is on channel 1 and English on 2. So first question, please. Just here, thanks.
Michael, what's the balance been between trying to keep this as a normal week and understanding the importance of a sudden death, loser goes home?
It's not a normal week. It's a quarter-final. So, it's great. How good? How good's that? Like to be here in this position with this opportunity tomorrow. So, we've been preparing accordingly.
Just here, thanks.
Michael, I wonder if you could just tell us a bit how much have you seen, how much do you know of Sam Underhill and Tom Curry, and how important is experience, big match experience, when it comes to knockout games at Rugby World Cup?
Yeah, I mean, I've obviously done our work on them. I think they're great players. You know, they are. They're a top-tier international back row. Going to be a quality trio there. As far as the experience thing goes, you could go, yeah, it's great to have experience, but also, you know, being youthful is also a benefit. Being in their shoes before, wide-eyed, you're ready to attack things. So I don't know how they're feeling. I can't comment on them.
Just one row further back.
Michael, those two players both said you and David were their heroes, their idols. Does that make you feel a little old?
A little...
Old?
I look old. I don't know if I feel old. Mate, it's going to be a good battle. It's going to be a good battle. Every Friday I sit here, get asked about, you know, the back row combinations, and it's the ruck's a great part of the game. It's going to be, as always, a huge part of the test match tomorrow. How good?
Michael, as everyone knows, it's 6 losses in a row to England. What do you need to do to turn that around tomorrow, and what gives you the confidence that you're able to do it?
We haven't been looking at what's been and gone. We've been looking about this Saturday. The opportunities that this game possesses against these guys, you know, that's what we've been focusing on, what we can get out of our game, and to keep delivering that across the 80 minutes. So I've been looking forward all week, what we can get out of each day, what we can get out of the game on the weekend, and what we've taken from our games so far as a squad, not in previous fixtures against these blokes.
Michael, England are obviously coming off this 2-week break because their game against France was cancelled, whereas you guys have had 2 pretty serious tests against Fiji and then the defeat to Wales. Do you think that gives you an advantage over them, but they might be a little bit undercooked because they haven't played as much rugby as you guys have?
I really wouldn't know. I don't know. I haven't been in their camp. I don't know how they're feeling. So, I mean, there's many ways you can assume anything. You can make up any story you want, but we don't know. That's the fact. It's an unknown. You know, we're feeling good. We're feeling good. We're ready for tomorrow. Ready for 4:15. Yeah.
Wayne here. Yeah.
Michael, does it seem to you that the referees have taken a more relaxed view to entering through the gate in rucks? Is that something that you've factored in or even observed?
I've observed the ruck being refereed a multitude of ways, not any one way in particular. So it's made it quite tricky there. So, you know, you're looking directly at tomorrow. how we can get ourselves into the game. And this is a team effort thing, you know, like the breakdown, turning the ball over, winning your own ball is a team effort, 1 to 23. So how we build into this, how we start the game and definitely adapt to what's going on out there is pretty crucial for us. We'll be looking at that in blocks.
Yeah.
Nathan, Jordan Patara at 13 is obviously no doubt going to try and test him with a bit of traffic, but Matt Tamil said a couple of times that what is impressive is his defence for a young guy. Can you talk a little bit about his defence and, you know, your confidence in him to be able to hold that channel?
Yeah, got a lot of confidence in Geordie dropping into that position. You know, obviously it's like all positions on the field, he's got his role to do in terms of our team system. So we've got lots of confidence in not only the work that he's done, but he's been doing around that in his performance. So yeah, absolute confidence in Jordan stepping into that space. And like all things defensive, it's a team effort. So that collective is going to be really important. But obviously Jordan's role and everyone's individual role within that system is going to be really important. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Just to follow up on that, why do people also talk about him being quite unflappable? He's got a good head on his shoulders. Why do you think he is like that at a 19?
I don't know, Geordie. He's a pretty quiet guy. He goes about getting his work done. He's very diligent with his preparation. He's got good people around him. He's from a solid family, and he's just a quiet guy. Does a lot of his talking on the field. So everyone's personalities are all drawn together to form the sort of fabric of the team, and he's been a really good contributor the duration of the year. So we're looking forward to him continuing his journey in the gold jersey.
Nathan, you just move the mic slightly.
Okay, sorry.
Michael, everyone talks about the Australians starting well, but it's, as you say, it's now or never basically. How do you get the Australian team, functioning well from the outset, handling well, applying pressure on the scoreboard?
It's important to understand, and it's been something we've looked into, what starting well actually looks like. I've started to be under the belief that starting well is preparing you well for the back end of the game when it opens up a bit. Starting well is sticking to your principles early, not getting flustered by things that are happening, not getting flustered by the scoreboard, because you don't win the game at half time, So, we want to start well. What's that actually look like? It looks like sticking to our processes and playing the game that we set out to play, and being confident, with whatever comes at us throughout that period. That's starting well, in my opinion.
Hi, Michael. You've already referenced how good a week it is and seem to be pretty excited, obviously, about the occasion. How does that compare with the previous World Cup? And was that something to do with first World Cup? You do have a bit of nerves going into these games, and is that something you're aware of, trying to dissipate for those first-timers in the squad?
I can't speak on behalf of those guys. I can speak on behalf of myself. Yeah, I'm nervous. But that's good. It just means you care. I was nervous, in the first Waratahs game of the year, the first trial. I'm nervous now. It's just part of being a rugby player. You feel alive, feel ready to go.
Thanks.
A question for any of you, really, but I was just wondering how much have you guys sort of picked the brains of the guys in your squad who, up until, in some cases, very recently have been playing in England and obviously have a bit of inside knowledge about a lot of the England team?
You want to go there? I'll speak on behalf of Rory. No. Not a huge amount, mate, to be fair. Like I said, yeah, mate, I'm not going to give you a good answer here. I'm going to give you the flat bat. And that is, we've been focused about this weekend and what we can get out of this week personally as a team, what our mentality looks like, how we're going to play. and what we're going to stick to.
Everyone says they're not looking in the past, etc., etc. But can you use the lesson of the quarterfinal in 2015 to point out exactly what you're saying? The game will be won in the last 5 minutes. I mean, that game was famous, obviously, but can it be a lesson for the squad who haven't been there before?
We don't have time to talk about, there's so many great games that you could talk about and reference to, but you don't actually, tomorrow is a complete unknown, like complete unknown. So, yeah, I mean, I think we scored 5 tries to 2 that game, or something quite disproportionate. It's like we've seen over this competition, half-time means nothing. 80 minutes, tells the full story. Sometimes even further than that. Could happen tomorrow, might not. So tomorrow's an unknown. We've been talking about the day to day, really have.
Just following up on that, Michael, given the way you play and the way the tournament's gone, is it the case that, if you are down 10, 15 points, various points during the game, you're not going to be worried because the way you finish games and the style that you've adopted?
I think it's the words you use there, worried, is not going to get us anywhere. Being worried would put us into our shell. Being worried would not allow us to play the game we want to play. So if that were the case, we've got to have a plan of how to get out of that. We'll have a plan of how to get out of that, That's why we do all this preparation to understand what it looks like in various situations in the game, whatever position we're in. So it's not about being worried, it's about being assertive and making a decision when it comes to whatever point and whatever it looks like in that game.
Thank you. I think we had one in the back row, if you raise your hand. Here, yeah.
マイケル・フーパー選手に改めて、ジョーダン・ペタイア選手19歳でわずか2キャップでこれだけの大きな試合に先発することになったことについてキャプテンとして彼のパフォーマンス今回のその彼を使うチェイカ監督の意図をどのように見ていますか？
For Jordan, what an opportunity. I think he's been very impressive in the game so far with the fairly limited amount of ball he's gotten. So if that's anything to go by and playing at 13, he's going to get more of that. I think it could be pretty impressive there tomorrow. As far as being 19, age is just a number. So the kid's been very impressive. Very excited for him.
Any further questions? Just one on the back row.
マイケル選手にお願いします。大分での試合は2試合目で、少しスタジアムが屋根があって変わった形状をしていると思うんですけども、対するイングランドは初めて大分での試合で、何かそのあたりで、有利に働く部分があるのかなっていうのはお考えでしょうか。
Yeah, I wouldn't say we have an advantage over the England playing here once before. It's 2 posts, same lines, markings as they've played this year. No, not really. Look, this is a great stadium. Looks like a spaceship when you drive in. Looks really cool, and it's cooled down a bit since we last played here. There's even a bit of fog in the stadium today that comes through either end, which is pretty unique. But I think it will be an amazing atmosphere here tomorrow. I think both Australia and England had the most tickets purchased for this tournament. So have a quarterfinal match-up with hoping for a lot of the home fans and some Japanese fans in there, which have been great so far through the tournament. Sure will be plenty of noise, and the roof on the stadium is going to hold that all in, so I'm pretty pumped for that.
Okay, any final question? Just on the back row there. One on the back row, thanks. Yeah.
すみません、2つ質問をさせていただきたいんですが、他の会場と比べて大分のこのドームどういう印象を持たれているかっていうところと、大分でのオフの日の過ごし方で印象に残っているものがあれば教えていただければと。
Here we go. Yeah, look, it's a great ground. Yeah, it's pretty cool to be playing under the roof here. Obviously, you know, the outside won't affect the rain. Won't affect it. Really looking forward to tomorrow afternoon. And as for Oita, we haven't been out too much. It's been raining a fair bit, but we've just been hitting the onsen, and yeah, it's been good.
Question in the middle, and we'll finish there. Just keep your hand up. Yeah, yeah, cheers.
Yeah, so I was going to ask one for Rory as well. England are expected to try and maul you a lot tomorrow. Are you prepared for that? Have you got anything special ready for containing the English pack in that situation?
Did you say they're going to maul at us a fair bit tomorrow? Yeah. Are they? Oh, yeah, look. Oh, well, yeah, look. They'll do what they have to do, and yeah, we're fully prepared for it, and we've had a good week of training, and you know, very excited for tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, Michael, Rory, Nathan, many thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. Okay.